Pay attention, pay attention, pay attention right here. Listen up. You need to have a unique mechanism, especially in this day and age, in almost every single market. You need to give the prospect something new and different. If you don't give him something new and different, if you give him something he's already heard before, he's going to be out like a shot and he's not going to believe anything. Hence, boom, the writer introduces a mechanism. There's a reason, there's a unique ingredient. There's a reason this is going to work. So it's new and different. And if it's not new and different, you're just going to go on Google and buy the thing anyway. Okay, keep that in mind. Very important. It's been a traditional Asian remedy for centuries. In modern science, is finally catching up. Modern science is funny. This is like an objection. Why haven't I heard of this? Well, you haven't heard of this because it's an exotic plant from Asia, and it's been an Asian remedy. It's not been a US remedy. A study on rats published in the... Okay. So this is a claim, and then boom. It goes into proof. So, objection... objection, claim, proof... This is very common formula. Study on rats shows that Bacopa indeed crosses the blood and is powerful antioxidant effect. Okay, proof. It's like pointing. Okay, metaphors. They powerful. So after talking about all of these freaking complex terms, like even though antioxidant isn't necessarily a complex term, but you know what I mean. So you talk about all these complex terms, and boom. The sucker punch comes. He is using a metaphor to explain what he means. It's like pointing a gushing garden hose at a campfire. It simply squelches the burning of oxidative stress. So what does this mean for your memory, concentration, and thinking? Well, in another study, so proof, boom, boom, boom. Well, in another study, this time on people, patients saw an 11% increase in brain function. Specificity. And in brain function. That's very vague. Because if you think about it critically, brain function can mean many, many things. It doesn't necessarily need to be memory loss either. So this vague statement is important. But because of the stuff that has happened beforehand and the structure beforehand, the reader is filling his own conclusion, and he's automatically now thinking, oh, 11% increase in, let's just say, memory gain. So he's linking it to memory loss. And then if we look there, they use a study on rats, and then he uses another study, but there's some on people. So he blows out the objection, but oh, that's only on rats. Now, 11% may not sound like much. The thing is, that was just 60 minutes after taking a single dose of Bacopa. That was just 60 minutes. So this is like a reframe almost. Well, it is. It's a reframe plus... maybe not a reframe. It's more of a reason why. Look, it's 11%, and I know that's not much, but the reason why is because it was just 60 minutes. Now, to be honest with you, probably taking a dose of this Bacopa in the first 60 minutes is going to be the best results. I'm only guessing. I spent a lot of time reading studies like this, and I can tell you, there's nothing else. Yeah, okay, so you always have to communicate this, always. There is nothing else out there that delivers a measurable boost in brain power after just 1 hour. Measurable boost. Very vague thing. What does that mean? There is nothing else out there. You have to communicate this, that it's new, it's unique, plus it's different. And the longer you take it, the better results you get. In fact, language of logic. In another study, so proof, after 3 months, patients saw an undeniable increase in their memory scores. Plus, it's also helped improve their mood and reduce their stress levels too. And just pay attention in, because this is it's deceptive, but a lot of things are deceptive. So he says, look, in fact, in another study, after 3 months, patients saw an undeniable increase in their memory scores. Well, how many patients? It could have been 1 out of 1 million, right? Or 2, because I would have said patient. So it could have been 2 patients out of 1 million. Plus, it's also helped improve their mood and reduce their stress levels too. That's why, reason why, I included a full dose of Bacopa extract in every dose of Mind Defense. So you can be sure Mind Defense will start working from the very first time you take it, fast results, and keep working for you long term. Okay, so imagine and picture yourself. It's future pacing. You will just know when you see the words. Picture yourself taking your first dose of Mind Defense and actually feeling your mind rev up to full speed, like you're, okay, so metaphor or simile, like you flipped a genius switch in your brain. Not to mention the long-term antioxidant protection from memory-killing refined carbs. And just wait until you see what happens when you protect against the effects of memory killer number 2, the chemical that's linked to amyloid protein buildup. Because my team and I discovered a cutting-edge nutraceutical that does that and much more. It's called Sarah Q, and it's a typical type of it's a special type of. So this is mechanism number 2. So he's provided a mechanism, the Bacopa, for the refined carbohydrates for that chemical, and now he's also provided a mechanism for memory killer number 2, the amyloid protein buildup. Like Bacopa, it's been used for brain health and traditional Asian medicine for centuries. And now the researchers have been able to test this remarkable nutrient under controlled laboratory settings. We know why. So it's safe. If it's been tested in labs, surely it must be safe. The memory enhancing results are almost unbelievable. Researchers in Korea split a group of 98 patients in 2 groups. They gave one group of placebo and another group of data. And after just 3 weeks, the difference was night and day. Just 3 weeks. So just, again, the value building word. The difference was night and day. What the hell does that mean? Very vague. But again, because what's gone beforehand, the reader's thinking, okay, it was a big difference. In fact, the Sarah Q group showed 90% better recall when they were asked to memorize a list of words, and a staggering 287% better overall memory than the placebo group. So he's remember, this is the main promise, and now he started with this main promise in I think it was a subheadline, and now he's bringing it full circle back to the study. And just in case you didn't know, studies have very, they have tons and tons of variables and errors. So, but by this time, the reader's not going to think critically anyway. 287% better memory in 3 weeks. So, benefit, fast result. Think that would make a notable difference in your day-to-day life? Future paces? Absolutely. That's the kind of undeniable improvement that makes family members start worrying about you and start enjoying your company again. Haha. Fear of being left out. And he knows he's entering the conversation in the reader's mind, because the reader has felt this. He's felt the pain of family members worrying about them and them not being able to experience things fully like they used to. But that's not all. See, a few of the patients in that study were younger, which should have skewed the results slightly. Okay. We should have skewed the results slightly, addressing flaw. So when you address a flaw, and you have to do it strategically, by the way, don't be stupid about it. Addressing flaws increases believability for other claims. The claims are about to come. So to be completely sure, scientists did another study, and this time they only took patients over the age of 65. So again, he's done this twice already. So remember earlier how he was talking about a study, and he was talking about how there were younger people. So he was destroying the objection of, listen, it's not your age and it's not your genetics. Okay, this is what he's doing here. It's not your age and it's not your genetics. So he's using the younger because there's younger people that have been affected by this as well. Now he's doing the same thing here. He goes, oh, by the way, but there are people just like you. That have been in the study as well. So he identifies with the reader. Because if the reader can't identify with, let's say, the people in the study, if the writer only used younger people, the reader would just think, oh, it's only for younger people. And the results were even more stunning. Every single parameter the scientists measured, memory, attention, concentration, mathematical calculations, organizational skills, and linguistic ability, they all improved significantly. That means after just 3 weeks of taking 400 milligrams of Sera-Q daily, these seniors, knows the reader, had practically superhuman brains. Very vague statement. What the hell does that mean? But obviously, the reader makes his own conclusion, like super, super smart. And all improved significantly. Vague. Significantly, it's relative. So significant for you might be 5 times more. Significant for me might be twice more. And the really amazing thing is that the patients with the most serious age-related cognitive decline saw the biggest improvements. Smashing the objection of age.